Thanks for returning to the continuation of our playthrough of Pokémon Red. Now, if you were following up until this point, which I'm assuming you have, you probably wouldn't just start watching the 21st video, you'll recall that we just made our way to the Silph Company, and we are going to power through that. A couple of touch points that I want to make first and foremost. I spent a great deal of time grinding up my Pokemon as high as I possibly could. I caught myself a Growlithe, and I built him up a pretty high level as well, so we're going to evolve him into Marcanine in the next video because we bought some stones from the Celadon department store. But you'll notice in my party right now I have an open spot, and that's because we want to make sure that we have that open availability to get lapras. This is the only place to get lapras in this game, legitimately, so you want to make sure that you have that. When you're going through Silph Company, if you don't need the battle experience, you can avoid almost every single battle. There's like 2 or 3 that you have to do before you get to Giovanni. There's 31 total trainer battles that you can get in if you want the experience, but I'm going to show you the quickest method to get through here. We do have a couple of Team Rocket grunts that we're going to take on. We do have a rival battle that we have to get through, and then we take on Giovanni as well. But the first thing that we want to do is upon entering the Silph Company, and again, the Team Rocket grunt, by the way, that's like snoozing in front of the door, locked, or that steps out of the way of the door, he only steps out after you have gone through the events in Lavender Town and release that Marowak ghost. So I confirm that that's the reason why he's able to step out of the way, but you can do a whole bunch of other things out of order if you want to. But anyway, let's focus on this. Okay, so we're heading to the 9th floor first after we've entered in Silph Company, and we're going to go straight down and fight our first Team Rocket grunt. He will have an Arbok, so we just want to make sure that we have some antidotes handy in case we get poison. This trainer right here, we're going to go ahead and walk around him, go into this pad right here, fight this Team Rocket grunt who's got 1 Pokemon. Charizard should be able to wipe him out in 1 or 2 hits maybe, and then the key card is just to the very right of where we are right now. Yeah, you're not going to find a whole wide range and variety of Pokemon that the Team Rocket grunts are going to have. For the most part, very standard stuff, very basic. Arboks, Ekans, Coughing, Wheezing, etc. Alright, Flamethrower, that should be able to knock him down. 15 levels ahead. Super easy. There we go. Boom. 1-hit KO. Perfect, perfect. And again, our lineup consists of Charizard, Raichu, Mew, Hitmonlee, and Snorlax. For the most part, I'm only carrying Mew around just because he knows Fly, and because of the novelty that it is Mew. Alright, we got ourselves the card key. Okay, so we're going to zip on over now, and we're going to go back around this guy. We're going to head over to the 3rd floor, and there's 1 more Rocket Grunt that we have to face before we open up a door, and then we're going to get into a touchpad, and then that touchpad is going to, or that floor pad or whatever, is going to bring us to the 7th floor, where we fight our rival. So, there we go. Took on 1 Rocket Grunt, got the key card on the 9th floor, heading over to the 3rd floor. We're going to go straight down. We have to fight this guy real quick, so I'll just go ahead and interact with him, and then open that door to our immediate viewing perspective left. Alright, so 3 Pokemon. First one, Raticate. Again, common Pokemon stuff. For the most part, no Team Rocket grunts are going to have any Pokemon over like level 32, 33, 35, somewhere around there. And you can tell that I've spent a great deal of time building up the Pokemon levels to well above that. So, I mean, some of them are pushing 50, 45, around in that area. That should give you a significant advantage, regardless if you are at any disadvantage of elemental types. But Flamethrower is a powerful attack. Charizard is the strongest Pokemon that I have in my party right now in terms of level. So, yeah. So we should be in pretty good standing. This shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Once we get to Giovanni, though, and again, Pokemon Red and Blue are nearly identical, so if you're playing Blue, in this case, because I probably am not going to play Blue for any future playthroughs, but we've got Red here, they're identical. Few alternatives, or few, what do I want to say? A few things have changed in terms of Pokemon Yellow, so you'll fight Jesse and James before Giovanni, but I think there's 1 more Team Rocket grunt, just some random nobody that we have to take on before we get to Giovanni anyway. Cool. Alright, so we beat him. Should be able just to go here, open the door with the key card that we got from floor 9. Cool. Alright, all we gotta do is just go straight down here. Alright, this guy should give us Lapras. Dang it, we can't get Lapras first. I was hoping we could walk around, but we're gonna go ahead and fight Blue. Thought you'd turn up if I waited here, I guess. Why would you think that? Why would you think, in all the possible locations that you could be in this building, that I would somehow manage to step on a like some sort of physics of laws, like breaking touchpad on the floor that would teleport me to a random room that has no other entry point except for this psychic floor pad, and you figured that you would just stand right here, of all the places? Makes no sense. Whatever. Thought Team Rocket slowed you down, not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. Well, you're going to be in for some trouble here, because I'm going to kick the shit out of you. Alright. I don't want to use Charizard for all this stuff. We're going to mix it up. Because I had Charizard out first, and I'm going to swap to Raichu. The electric advantage over Pidgeot, but we also have kind of a very close level here. But yeah, he was able to attack first because I swapped out. We're going to go ahead and just use Thunder Shock. That should be super effective against him. Raichu learns Thunder in a few more levels. It's definitely before level 50, but I don't recall exactly what level that he learns it. But we're fine with Thunder Shock, as you can see. About to use Growlithe. Yes, we're going to switch over, and we're going to use Snorlax. And the reason why is because I actually taught Snorlax Surf. And I know that's kind of stupid because he's a normal-type Pokemon, but given the lineup that I ultimately am going to have, I didn't really care to have a Water-type Pokemon in my party. The only reason why you'd want to have a Water-type is just for Surf, and Surf is actually extremely effective in battle, especially against Fire-type Pokemon, and since Snorlax can learn it, just makes the most sense. So Charizard knows Cut, Hitmonlee knows Strength, and Mew knows Fly, and then Snorlax knows Surf. Execute. Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch that up as well. We're going to go ahead and go to Charizard naturally and use a Flamethrower against him, just because Execute is that Grass type. Yeah, and plus we're pretty high level. This is probably one of his weakest level Pokemon at level 35. So yeah, that should be done. And there we go, Scrambled Eggs. Perfect. Alright, next up is Alakazam. Yes, we're going to switch it up and we're going to go to Mew. And this is the only reason why is because, as we talked about, Psychic against Psychic is the only weakness that we have. It's not until Generation 2 in Gold and Silver where you can get Dark-type Pokemon that are resistant completely to Psychic types. But if we can go first, Mew use Psychic, level 44, so we can go ahead and just do some major damage. Oh, I take that back. Alakazam, I guess, has a little bit higher defense than I anticipated. Alright, going to use Psybeam. Yeah, that's going to do some damage, though. I can feel it. No, I'm okay. I'm actually impressed on both ends. Well, let's go ahead and do Mega Punch just because I know... Oh, what? Damn it. I forgot Psybeam can... Ugh. Psychic. Alright, if we can do Mega Punch, that'll do significant damage to Alakazam just because he doesn't have a ton of defense. But, as you can see, Confusion is one of those status effects that does continuous damage, which is one of the higher status damages that you can do. Come on, come on. There you go. How much damage is that going to do? There it is. There we go. Ugh, are you serious? Alright, I don't know. Mega Punch has a very limited amount of times that it'll work in succession, so it's not very consistent at all. Yikes, Mew is going to go down. Alright, you know what? We're going to switch it up. We're going to go and go back to Hitmonlee. We're going to switch for Hitmonlee. He has a weakness against Psychic, but Alakazam has a weakness against anything that Alakazam is going to do. Or that Hitmonlee is going to do, rather. Yikes. Oh, well, there goes Hitmonlee. Alright, Hitmonlee is done. And as we've talked about before, I've never had a Pokemon that has been fainted before. And, well, now that we have, Hitmonlee is out. I can only use him for status moves. I'm not going to use him in battle anymore. That's okay. I'm going to swap him out anyway. That was ultimately what I was planning on doing down the road for another Pokemon. I have a few opportunities to trade out and get an Alakazam and get Gengar, so that might be what I'll do. That's a bummer. Okay, cool. I've got revives, but we talked about this before in earlier videos. Oh, shit. That was dumb. I should have swapped out for a Raichu. We talked about this before. While I'm not following all the strict rules of a Nuzlocke, I'm going to just not use any Pokemon at all that have been defeated. I'm not going to release them, but I'm definitely going to just leave him in the box. So there's no reason to use him anymore. I'm getting over being sick, so you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, here we go. Thundershock. That probably won't take him down in one hit. Our levels are pretty close together. It'll take about 3. His defense is rising, but not the special defense, which means he's still able to take that major damage from Thundershock. So his defense would be if it was any type of like standard non-elemental normal type moves, or any type of move that has like a physical attack, like impact to it, like touch to touch, like Mega Punch or Kick or something like that. But whatever, totally done. Charizard level 49, perfect. Alright. Yep, we are ready for Boss Rocket. Okay. He's already ready for the Elite Four? That's crazy. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so he's out of the picture for now. We can talk to this guy right here and get ourselves a Lapras. Now, I'm not going to update that in the kind of view bar that you see up at the top, just because I'm not actually going to use Lapras in battle. I just wanted to have Lapras for the sake of having it. But Water Ice type, definitely a very capable Pokemon. Doesn't matter, though, because, again, it's not something that I plan on using. Oops. Just ran right into the pad again. Alright, I think if we go to the outside, we should be able to avoid the battle between us and this rocket guy. Nope. We are going to fight him no matter what. Okay, here we go. Alright, we'll take on this rocket grunt, and then we should be able to jump into Giovanni, and then we should be able to move on. And then, Saffron City Gym Leader Sabrina, Psychic v Psychic. Alright. You know, I'm disappointed. I was able to catch I was in the position to catch a Cubone in Lavender Town in Pokemon Tower, but I missed my chance. And with the playthrough continuity, I could have just went back and caught it, but I didn't really care that much. But Cubone was one of my favorite Pokemon in the original Red and Blue games. I liked the sprite, I liked everything about it. But what's really always bummed me out is that naturally stat boosts come with evolution. And so one time I played through and I got a Charmander because I had the favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon. And I wanted to build him all the way up to level 100 just to see if he'd be viable in battle, but he wasn't. He still got his butt kicked by any water-type Pokemon around level 50, and it was just because his stats were just far too low. Could never have a level 100 Charmander in battle, just doesn't work. Food for thought for any of you guys that care. And I'm sure that's followed up, though, through, like, every generation as well. Alright, here we go. Alright, to meet again. The President and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters. Or experience a world of pain. Alright, Giovanni. Here we go. Look at him. He just looks like such a typical Italian thug. Expect him to be like the villain opposite of Bruce Willis in some Die Hard movie. Alright, Flamethrower should be able to take out Nidorino, normal type Pokemon. But we'll just go ahead and wipe that out. There we go. Simple. Kangaskhan. We're going to go and swap out for Wait, Lapras is level 15? Jesus, he's weak. I had no idea. Alright, and the only reason why we're going against Kangaskhan is normal-type Pokemon, but does no rock-type moves. I'm going to go ahead and test it and see if water-type attacks will do any major damage here. I'm not expecting a massive amount of damage, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, okay. Whatever, we can just do 2 Silphs. He's either going to be fainted or he's going to have just a wee bit of health left. In which case we can use Body Slam. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Oh, damn it. Alright, we'll just use Silph again. Just repeatedly tapping the buttons to get through, like, all these text displays or whatever. But, okay. Kangaskhan is done. Simple enough. Rhyhorn. We're going to go ahead and stick with Snorlax just because Snorlax has a really good defense, and we can also use Silph against Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn's going to take that massive amount of damage. We're only 7 levels ahead, but that Water-type attack should do tons of damage. Yeah, single hit. That's what I thought. Okay, perfect. About to use Nidoqueen. Nope, we're going to go ahead and stick with it. I'll go ahead and use use Silph once again, and if it's... Ooh, level 41. Okay. Whatever, scratch isn't too much. I don't think this will do too much. I might have to switch over to Charizard, rather use Flamethrower to kind of bring this down. Oh, actually, that did... okay. Relatively decent amount of damage. Still a normal-type Pokemon, but that Silph is just wrecking big time, which is why it's really viable in battle. So this is one of those rare HMs where I just always use it. Yeah, there we go. And defeated, and we should be able to get the Master Ball here as well, and we'll save that for Mewtwo. But we still have one of the legendary birds that we can obtain really soon too. Zapdos over in the power plant. We're going to head over there soon, but that won't be until after we defeat Sabrina, but we are going to head over there. Team Rocket will never fail. Red, never forget that. All Pokemon exist for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. Alright, sounds good. Alright, and then I think we have an escape rope that should get us out of here too. But let's go ahead and knock this guy. Thank you for saving Silph. I will never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way because I am... Okay, I give you anything. Here, maybe this will do. Cool, we got the Master Ball. The only one that we get in the whole game. Cool, let's go ahead and get out of here. We have ourselves escape rope. Nope, wrong thing. And then we can get out of here. Never really understood the logic behind this. Did we just, like, throw it out the window and climb down or what? Aw, shit. Okay, let's go ahead and fly back. Mew, we're going to go ahead and fly back over to Saffron. Come on. There we go. We're going to put Lapras back in the box. We're going to put Hitmonlee in the box as well. And we won't get Hitmonlee later until we're in, like, one of those cave situations where we need to use Strength. But there you go. There it is. We got through Silph Company really fast. We got ourselves Lapras. Make sure that you do have an extra space in your inventory, though. And I want to stress this just so you understand. It's really important because if you do not, you won't be able to get Lapras. It doesn't go to the box if you don't have an open spot. So make sure that you remember to do that. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. I'm going to heal my Pokemon. So I will see you guys in the next installment of our nostalgia playthrough. We take on Sabrina, the Psychic-type gym leader in Saffron City. So once again, I appreciate you joining me for our continuity of our Pokemon Red experience, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.